Welcome to Silent Hill Ascension pre-show. I am Noah, and I'm here with the lovely, lovely Layla. We're so excited to have you here.
Absolutely. And as long as you're here, let's talk about why you're here. Production has the run of show graphic. It is currently 5:40 p.m. Pacific. Congratulations, you get to be here with us for the Silent Hill Ascension pre-show. In about 20 minutes at 6 o'clock Pacific, you're going to see the actual Silent Hill Ascension show for the day. And as soon as that indoor scene is over, you're going to come right back to us for the post-show. Now, Noah, I think for folks who maybe don't know what an interactive stream is, you have some information.
Yeah, I love to explain to people because Silent Hill Ascension is a socially interactive streaming series where you, the audience, collectively shape and move the story forward together. So the choices you make and the decisions you make, everything that you decide locks in as canon. So that's the version that everyone sees. The canon story is shaped by you, by participating every day. And let's look at the iconic scene that we saw this week of Toby sacrificing himself and being transported from the severing ritual into a strange place. That was an example of your guys' decision that you decided that Toby is going to be a martyr in this case, or at least try to be a martyr, sacrifice himself for the greater good. We're going to see if it worked or not. I have a feeling not quite. Layla, what do you make of this?
I will certainly see if my good boy Tobe went out with purpose, or if he just thought he went out with purpose. Honestly, I think production informed us this is probably the last time we'll be looking at this scene, and thank God, because it hurts every time, Noah.
It's painful, and you remember when we saw Joy dying, and it kind of, I'm triggered to the first time we lost somebody, and it stays in the family. Their deaths will haunt us forevermore. But hopefully, Toby didn't die in vain, and we all know also that he got his final wishes were quite sassy. And he had Eric carry them out for him. But we're going to talk more about the story, what happened this week in a little bit. Let's talk a bit more about this scene. So that's really, as you said, that's the last time we're going to see it. Any parting words for your boy, Toby?
Toby, as my parasocial paramour, I wish you well. Sorry that it had to end this way. Rip to a king. Truly, honestly, like without being a funny jokester about it, it's sad. He tried his best, and his best wasn't good enough. And isn't that mankind's biggest fear? That we try really, really hard, and then in the end, it doesn't even matter.
But I really did think that he could have tried a little bit harder. But you know me, I'm all judgy, I'm all snooty. I'm not the blue-collar man that Toby was. I will never be. I don't know, I never stepped a day in his shoes. So who am I to tell you?
Listen, if our wonderful teammates didn't want a slightly judgy pre-show, then they would not hire two aunties to do it.
Yeah, we're kind of like the old people in the balcony. I don't know how we achieved this both at 30, but here we are, way beyond our years. But let's throw to another scene that we saw. So we did see also Krista confront Eric at the laundromat after his toast at the bar. The very fun toast, with some fun words spiced into it, and they are both pulled into the other world. And I actually rewatched that scene today, and I got jump scared again. So if production, could you please pull up the scene where Krista and Eric are in the laundromat?
You missed a spot.
Thanks.
That was quite the show you put on back at the bar.
Is there something you want? Because I've got work to do.
Yeah, it's about Toby. I figured Rachel wouldn't tell you, but I thought you should know what happened to him.
Well, where is he? Shit! What the hell is this?
Eric! Watch out!
Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed that. You know I love me some Krista. The tension is definitely building there. It actually got to such a bad point, that tension, that they are transcending into horrible monster worlds. But let's look at the story so far in Pennsylvania. Layla, would you do me the honor, please?
Every time you ask, Noah, it's a greater and greater pleasure. So let's talk about Pennsylvania. Rachel tells Xavier that Faith is missing and asks him for advice. Meanwhile, Eric, as Noah pointed out, quite sassily memorializes Toby at the bar. And then Krista confronts Eric in the laundromat after his toast at the bar before they're both pulled into the other world, which is what we just saw. Harrowing, Noah.
Yeah, that's like a next level. I think like Silent Hill is all about stuff we don't deal with and like trauma and things bottled up. And that tension has reached a critical point where it is actually dangerous now. And I feel they should relieve it in some way, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, oh goodness, the tension
I'm
is
kind of an
building.
extramarital girl. I don't know though. No, it's not for everyone.
Okay, great. Put that down in the list of Noah one-liners we keep in the background. But listen, the tension is definitely building. I was more thinking of the tension with the monsters. The tension with Krista and Eric. It's just budding. I think it has places to go. You know, I don't think we're anywhere near critical yet. But like Krista, I'm also a Krista fan, so like I get where you're coming from. I want to see what shenanigans she's up to. She's shenaned before. I'm sure she'll shenanigan. And so, you know, it's a lot, but I was thinking more of the tension of I don't know, Eric getting assaulted by a mysterious hanging creature. That's a lot, I think.
No, actually, like, that's a fun thing about this show. One of the fun things is that I do actually get re-scared and re-jump scared every time. And I'm like, not this time. I know what's happening now. Nope, I still get scared. And those creatures, these grabby laundromat creatures, are quite horrible. But let's talk briefly again about that toast that we saw, in case somebody missed it, because we did get to see Eric tell on behalf of Toby to everyone to, buzz off. And that was like, for me, a very satisfying moment in the story. I don't know why. I felt like, but kind of the bar saw it coming. They weren't even shocked that was like the final wishes of Toby. They were like, oh, that guy again.
I would say there's a pretty open antagonism between the patrons of the bar and my good boy Toby. It was pretty hostile the whole time. Now, Noah, I think the more important question for me is, if I were to tragically go out early, or as you know, we like to say around the production, get transported to another world, would you do me? Thank you. Would you do me the honor of delivering a sassy toast at a happy hour?
Oh, hell yeah! I would be honored, Layla, to be your sass bearer. Should we have to be there? But you know what? I want you to do the same for me. And I'm actually,
absolutely.
After tonight, I'm gonna sit down on my post-mortem requests, and it's gonna have quite a few swear words directed at quite a few people.
Great.
So watch out. You don't want me dead, guys. I'm going to be worse. So anyway, Yeah, that was a bit of a shocking moment, and we did have our beautiful cameo there,
We did.
which we always love seeing in the scenes. So thank you to people that participate in the cameo contest. It really spices up the things we are seeing and kind of takes us a little bit, gives us some relief in this very dark world. So speaking of dark worlds, let's look back also at the story so far in Norway. Layla, could you please?
Oh yes, let's take a casual hop, skip, and a jump overseas to Norway, where Carl and Mette make out after Carl gives Mette Ingrid's ring. A lot. Carl and Astrid find a burned out clearing, but no other signs of Orson when he goes missing. So we go from escandalo to bad vibes. And then Astrid, thank you. And then Astrid continues the search for Orson until she's forced to stop. We got highs, we got lows, Noah. We went real high with our delighted fun at Carl and Mette's expense, and now we're in the child missing lows.
Oh my god, I feel so bad. I'm like, I feel really bad for Carl, honestly, because at this point, you know, his wife got mysteriously killed. And then the grandson that he really loves, Orson, I feel. It didn't mean, you know, his wife is getting buried and he loses. Like, I feel so terrible for the people who are in charge when the kid gets lost, you know? Because, like, man, like, I don't think he meant for it. And this family is going through a lot constantly.
Yeah, I haven't seen, to my recollection, a chill episode about the Johansons.
No, not chill.
It's all no chill for them. Well, except for the winter outside, but like other than that, I don't got nothing for them. But yeah. Doesn't feel good. First of all, a funeral, right? That is not a place where you want to lose a child, because what my first thought, having been to funerals with children, is that, oh God, he fell in the grave. But
No,
barring that, barring that, getting lost in the woods by himself at his tender age of like approximately, you know, the 6-ish, not great. I don't know about you as a 6-year-old, but I was weak and flighty, and I don't think I would make it very far, Noah.
Well, the good thing is Orson does have the, like, Carl Hunter upbringing, so maybe he taught him some, like, tricks, survival tricks, hopefully.
Well,
you know?
More importantly, Noah, what you're forgetting is he's got his chompers.
He's got his chompers. What are chompers?
His teeth. The boy bites.
Right, the chompers. He sure does, and he will bite any monster that comes his way. And I remember also we had an audience member suggesting that Orson should bite people we don't like. Or characters we don't like. And, you know, so you're right, he can bite away the monsters. I think he has some, like, sniffing capabilities, but, you know, like, Carl was like, Astrid, we gotta go back in, because we're gonna freeze.
That's true. Yeah, and again, like...
He's gonna have to skin a bear, probably.
I would pay to see a 6-year-old try to skin a bear. Maybe not a real one, maybe a stuffed one, but I think the attempt would be something. But, you know, it's interesting because, you know, Orson kind of just disappeared. You know, it felt like he ran off like kids sometimes do. And to me, the tension in the moment isn't even in the moment he ran off, but it's now in this, like, this moment of having to stop the search, right? Because when you're forced to stop, how do you go to sleep at night knowing that your kid is missing, right?
No, it's painful. I feel so bad for Astrid. It's the parents' worst nightmare, and she really is losing people left and right. And, you know, I want to know where this leads. I'm nervous. We have kids missing. We forgot to mention we also have Faith missing, but it's almost time for the show. So Layla, production, could you put up the endurance scene and Layla will walk us through it, please?
Absolutely. So, if you haven't tuned in before, in the endurance scene, one of our main story characters will be in a very dark room with our good monster friend, the Bruiser. There's a very clear exit sign that our character wants to get to, but the Bruiser is smashing furniture in the way. The one chance is that the Bruiser is blind and has to listen to figure out where our character is. You, as the audience, can assist the characters to escape the room unscathed by timing your inputs to the commands that appear on screen. And Noah, I think you have some more details for us.
I sure do. So the endurance streams are one of the best ways to impact the story. And it is if a character fails enough endurance streams, they may not survive future encounters. So that would lead to their permanent death in the story, as we saw with our boy Tobe, which we will kind of block out of our system soon and just forget about him because we gotta move on, and we don't hold on to the past here. But these endurance scenes are one of the best places to earn large amounts of influence points. But remember, success or failure in the endurance scenes, in the endurance streams, they're a part of a collective story, and they're not personal individual judgment. So even though Layla and I are judgy aunties, we judge with you, not at you. And we all, right?
Yeah, you're here to judge with us.
Yeah, exactly. We're all judging together. We're not judging at you. And it's a great way to get influence points. So make sure to do the endurance streams. But let me just recap in one sentence. We had children missing. We have Orson and Faith missing. Rachel is breaking down. She feels like she can't get anything right. Astrid can't find her son. Carl gives his dead wife's rings to her sister, makes out with her, loses a grandson. A lot of stuff is going on. So let's be back together after the show. We have 2 minutes before showtime. I'm really excited to see where this is going because I want to know what's up with those missing children. Like, this is really stressful. I don't and Silent Hill missing children, something is brewing. So don't forget, after the show, we're both gonna be here. The wonderful Layla. Layla, you're the best. I love your lipstick. You look cool. And we will both be here after the show for the post show. So for now, please enjoy the show. We will see you later and we will unpack our traumas together. So enjoy.